Alright, what is up, y'all? We're here today for week 8 of the PCL, and it is time, boys. We are in that, we've been calling it a friend pocket of our fucking season. So, we go against Brendan. Now, we're on a bit of a winning streak right now. I'm rubbing my hands together like fucking Birdman. I don't know what this is, but, so we go against Brendan. We're on a 4-game winning streak, which is it's feeling good because we were on a 3-game losing streak. Now we're on a 4. You know, we're picking this back up. But last week we beat Die with a little bit of luck on our side. But hey, we would beat him anyways. Fuck that guy. Just kidding. I love you, Die. But we go against Brendan. We have never had the opportunity to play Brendan, but I do know he's a very good player, and I know he's gonna have some very, very, very good prep, especially since he knows me as a person. He knows how I play, I think. Like, I know how he plays too, because I watch his content and stuff, but like, he knows I'm on some dumb shit sometimes, so I think he's gonna have some stuff. Now, let's just go ahead and just jump in here. You can see his team. It's scary. The things that I am scared of. I have 4 things checked on my paperwork here that I'm scared of. They are Mew with Z moves, weavile, Gliscor, and Tapu Fini. So, basically, looking at the team matchup, Sand kind of just poops in his butt. Like, honestly, it's gonna poop in his butt. He has a few things that can kind of stop it and deal with it, but for the most part, his butt's getting pooped in. Okay, if there's one thing I know, it's this man's butt is gonna get pooped in by Sand. Hopefully. It's Brendan, so you know he's gonna have some crazy good prep for some shit like that too. Now, the things that are standing in the way of said Sand pooping in said butt are gonna be that Tapu Fini. That boy's gonna be defensive as fuck. Honestly, he can probably just run like bold, max, you know, and just be as defensive as possible, stopping my big doinks from being able to come in and set up stealth rocks and whatnot. Stopping Mr. Yellnats there from being able to just kind of spam Earthquake. Like, if I was banded, I think I could do a fuck ton of damage to his team, but having stuff like Tapu Fini making me want to, you know, possibly click something like Poison Jab or something like that, and then being able to easily just kill me with a Surf is it's not very fun. Gliscor is one bulky bitch, and it's one of the very few things on his team that wants to take multiple Iron Heads from a Adamant Life Orb Excadrill. Did I say that right? Adamant Life Orb Excadrill. Yes. Yes, harumph. But yeah. So I need to weaken Gliscor. I need to weaken Tapu Fini. Weavile obviously does a fuckload of damage depending on his set to Mr. Yellnats there. With an Ice Shard, so I need to even with Life Orb recoil, man, things get risky because I need to be at like 50% when he comes into Ice Shard me, because he can do about 40% with like a big old Bandit or Life Orb Ice Shard, and then obviously the Life Orb recoil is going to be taking a toll on me every turn as well. So I can't be playing switch games. Like, I can't be not predicting his switches when he's got that Weavile in the back, because that thing can just force me to use up all my hits, and it's not going to be fun, you know. And then last but not least, what else did I say? No, those were all the things. Mew is just, it's Mew, you know, that thing, he can be pretty fucking bulky and do whatever he wants, honestly. It's a Mew, and it does have the Z moves. It doesn't have the Munium Z, I don't believe, which is clean, because I don't want to do that. But we also do have to be careful about giving this here Mew that Psychic Terrain boost, because if he's a setup Mew, he can set up on a few things and kind of just abuse that Psychic Terrain versus me. It's just like when we had Coco and everybody was bringing their fucking electric types and abusing it. It's gonna be just like that. You know, just So, starting off with big doinks, we just go in horde physically defensive. 252, 252, not fucking around. I want to take the hits from the hits from Charizard, the hits from Gliscor, the hits from Buzzwole, hell, even Decidueye and Registeel to a certain extent. I want to take those hits as best as possible. So you're just max Impish, not fucking around. We got the Smooth Rock. I want my full 8 turns of Sand coming up so that Excadrill can clean up. And Excadrill's gonna clean up and wall break somehow. He's the whole team right now. But yeah, pretty standard big doinks there. Now, then we have Yellnats, young Stanley Yellnats, the Excadrill with the Life Orb. Like I said, Adamant with kind of a crazy fucking spread. Rapid Spin, Earthquake, X-Scissor, Poison Jab. I read those out of order, and I wish I hadn't. So we don't even need Iron Head in this game, honestly. Like, I can't really hit Gliscor for that much damage, but I'm still Life Orb, I'm still Adamant, so maybe we can get a Rapid Spin kill. Jokes. But yeah. So basically, I just gave him a Life Orb number, and then max attack, and then we have speed for, I believe it's going to be speed for a Scarf Heliolisk, which is his best Scarfer. I don't know how much he would bring a Scarf Heliolisk versus Sand, because it doesn't outspeed, you know, Drill in the Sand, but it could be a thing. Honestly, every time I play someone, I'm expecting Shookaberry everything on all their electric types, or like air balloons and shit on their steel types, and just stuff like that. So that's just always kind of, well, when you face a sand team, that's what you do, So I know Brendan's a good player. I know he's gonna have stuff for things, and that was a well executed sentence. I know he's gonna have stuff for things. What the fuck? But yeah, he's gonna have stuff for things. Then we have our nice clean 4 attacks Mega Gallade. Hold on. Well, you better get fucking Mega evolved. I misspelled Mega. Awesome. Go me. But so now it's time to duel. Now it's time to duel. So this is just going to be a 4 attacks, super offensive, guaranteed to outspeed the Heliolisk, unless it's Scarf. Gallade. Now Gallade has a very, very good role in this game because if you look at my coverage moves and you look at his team, I fuck up his whole team with this Gallade. Like, holy shit. This thing has coverage for almost just about everything on his team. It hits super effectively. Like, for real skis. It didn't hit a Selgor super effectively. It didn't hit Zard super effectively. It didn't hit Mew super effectively. But I think everything else it does. So, Mew is obviously a big problem for this, but with having access to knockoff as well as X-Scissor, I think I can kind of bluff having coverage for it. I have been running X-Scissor on like everything this season. A Selgor I'm not really worried about. I got a really good Spit F stat, and a Zen Headbutt's probably going to fuck that thing up anyways. Zard is taking a close combat whether it wants to or not. Like, it doesn't really have a choice in the matter. And I'm not really worried about Dragon Dance zardx because, like I said, I have sand. So if he wants to D-dance in my face in front of big doinks as I go to set the sand, I can be earthquaking him. He doesn't know if I have roar or not, which I just have to check and make sure that I do not. We had to throw Ice Fang on there because Gliscor was a huge problem. But yeah. Yeah, just 4 attacks. It's just there to click buttons. And honestly, with this Pokemon, I don't even really have to like predict the switches. I can kind of just attack what's in front of me, and because I'll have a super effective move for the thing that comes in. I outspeed everything on his team except for the Selgor and the Weavile, so not a lot of stuff wants to come in and then be able to have to like take damage from this, Next, we have our Tapu Lele, Choice Scarfed. Finally running fucking Choice Scarfed Tapu Lele. Like, we've been running Resist Berries and fucking all this dumb shit all season. It's time for just good old-fashioned modest Scarf Lele. Like I said, I don't want to, if possible, I don't want to give that Mew Psychic Terrain for no reason and just let it wreak havoc on me, but I am Scarfed. I will outspeed that Mew, unless it is also Scarfed or set up. Moonblast and Psychic are just doing huge bits of damage to his team. He doesn't really have a good switch in, other than that Registeel, and we have Nature's Madness and Focus Blast for that. So if that's his switch in, I can go for Nature's Madness on the first one, and then we can Focus Blast on the second one, and hopefully just take that thing out, depending on its spread. The only thing that sucks about Nature's Madness is it's like one of the very few attacks that you can't judge a Pokemon's spread on, like when it comes in, So you're gonna come in and be at 50, and it's like, well, fuck, hope he's not Spit F, so I can hit it with a Focus Blast. I mean, I'm never gonna hit Focus Blast anyways, honestly. I will probably never click this button because I won't. Man, I ain't never hit no Focus Blast in my life. But next we have, I think, my favorite set on the team, honestly. I really hope this works out, man. We have 3.1 Roar. Again, I'm sorry for the... You know what? No, I'm not. Fuck you. I ain't sorry for the nickname. That is a good name, okay? And it was funny... Okay, so I end up playing this game in call with Brendan, and he hated this nickname at first, but he's come around to it. He does his audible Brendan laugh whenever it came on the field, and it was funny. We actually in call with a bunch of people. It's like me and Brendan and Dorian and JB and Sock, and I think Austin was in there too. We just had the whole fucking squad, and we were just trying to have a very serious PCL battle while everybody just talking shit. It was fun. But this specific set is meant to take advantage of that Tapu Fini. Like I said, Tapu Fini needs to be broken to deal so that my Excadrill can deal with stuff, and so that as well, so that Gallade can kind of clean up. Lele doesn't get its terrain reset, and all that good stuff. On my notes here, I have Rindo Tapu Fini because Rindo Tapu Fini avoids HP grasses. It helps deal with Leaf Blades from Kartana, and I did have Leaf Blade on the Gallade as well for the Tapu Fini as well as the Quagsire. So that's a thing. Excuse me, sorry. So yeah, we're weakness policy. Basically, if I can get this thing in front of that Tapu Fini, he has no reason not to click Surf. I don't have a Surf switch in. Any special attack is basically super effective on Kartana, so that has not a switch in. But like looking at my team, man, like he doesn't even really have to run Moonblast. He can just Surf everything, So if he is that bulky ass set, I figured he'll probably be Rindo, and we have a Nerve here on this Pyroar, and right, and basically we take less than half from a uninvested surf if I set up the sunny day. So I will obviously be faster unless he's Scarf, and he's a madman if he is. I set up the sunny day. I take like 45% tops from a surf. It pops the weakness policy. I have unnerve, so he can't pop any berries on me. His Reno Berry will not be able to protect him from this +2 Solar Beam coming. And the only thing that really switches in on a +2 Solar Beam is going to be his Charizard, and that's going to have to take a +2 Hyper. Yeah, I almost said that whole sentence. You heard me. The only thing that wants to take that is Zard, but then it's going to take a +2 Hyper Voice on the way out, and I know its special defense is a hell of a lot lower than its physical defense is, so it doesn't necessarily want to be dealing with that. Then, to revenge this, he has to go into Heliolisk if it comes, potential Scarfer, or Weavile. I guess a Selgor could, maybe if it wants to hit a Focus Blast or something, I don't know, but then Weavile's going to come in. Now, since my weakness policy will hopefully be popped, he can't actually kill me with the knockoff on the next turn, depending on his spread. So that's clean as hell. I really want Pyroar to put in work here. Pyroar has been such a good mon on the team. It's hit almost, I think it's hit all of his Fire Blasts. This is just insane. Solid mon. And yeah, man, I think it's just going to be a lot of fun. We got just the kind of extra from the speed just thrown into Spidef to live those hits a little bit better, but yep. Then last but not least, we have a Phytanium Z Kartana, Akame, Classic, our fucking thumbnail, our thumbnail god here. It's just on every thumbnail, man. It really is. One of the best Z-move users, I think, in the game. A Z-move on Kartana is basically a guaranteed beast boost, and I like that shit. So, Leaf Blade, Sacred Sword, Tailwind, X-Scissor. This, man, this set just kept changing over and over again, and I kind of just settled on this, so, I got Tailwind, just in case he does want to try to D-dance in front of this or something with Zard. I can set up Tailwind and then blow that thing back with a Phytanium Z and then revenge it with whatever. I don't really know if I'm going to have a lot of opportunities to set Tailwind because a good player like Brendan is probably going to have fighting and fire coverage on most of his stuff. So one can assume that Kartana's probably going down to just about any hit, but we do have X-Scissor to hit the Mew and the Weavile, I guess, because why not? And then Sacred Sword Leaf Blade pretty much hits the rest of his team, and that's looking nice and clean. You guys know I love my Kartana, so that's going to be the team. Let's go ahead and jump into the battle. Boop. So here we are with the battle. As you can see, you got my team over there, and then you have Brendan's team, which is the Feeny, the zardx, Weavile, Gliscor, Mew, and Heliolisk. So my four things I had, the Mew, the Weavile, the Gliscor, and the Feeny. Of course, he brought them. They're 4 solid mons versus my team, and then he also brought the zardx as well as the Heliolisk. So he has a lot of potential defoggers, but he also has 2 things weak to rocks, one of them being ×4 weak to rocks. So hopefully we can get up those rocks, and hopefully we can start chipping down at his Gliscor and his Mew, and that type of Feeny, and hopefully we can put in some work with our little sand thing we got going on here. So he's gonna challenge me with his sunglasses, and he's gonna lead with the Tapu Fini, which is just like, man, I should have let Pyroar, but yeah, I'm in with Gallade, and like I said, we were in call when we were having this battle, so the entire time we're trying to have a Pokemon battle, and we're in call with all of our friends, so we were a little distracted. So my plays, I don't know, he played pretty well, but my plays might be a little iffy because I wasn't exactly thinking things through most of the time. That is loud, guys. That is so loud. But yeah, so I didn't put 100% of my thought into this. So I just clicked Leaf Blade. I was like, fuck it, I have coverage for this. And it drops. I got a crit, turn 1. I'm sorry, Brendan. I'm so sorry. Turn 1. This man got fucking crit, and that's unfortunate. But hey, Leaf Blade has a high critical hit ratio. But no, I really am sorry. That sucked. That was a terrible way to start the game. And that is a Tapu Fini gone. That is one less thing standing away with my sand. So we're going to go right to 3.1 Roar. We do not have coverage for Mew on Gallade, and I know I still eat 1 hit from it. So if I do need to fucking put it in range of Ice Punch or something, we might just have to do that. So he's going to throw off a Psychic, as I am in with Pyroar. I figured Pyroar was probably the most expendable thing because the Tapu Fini had died, and that was my setup fodder, so it wasn't really going to work. So I just hit him with a Fire Blast. It doesn't even do half. So this thing is offensive and bulky at the same time, as a Mew should be, and it's 5-5 right now, because 3.1 Roar bites the dust after doing fucking nothing. So now we're going to go Tapu Lele. If he does have the Shadow Ball, I will live. I figured he'd probably just be Psychic MZ and just take advantage of that terrain. But as we will see, he's going to throw off one spooky boy. And yeah, but our Lele has a little bit of bulk investment, and it has really, really good natural spadef, so if he's just like timid max special attack, I actually have a 50% chance to live this never-ending nightmare. So I don't deserve to get this roll because I crit that man turn 1, but we do have a chance. So he's gonna fucking hit me all Full Metal Alchemist shit, and Lele does just go down. Now, I did the thing, and I gave this fucking Mew Psychic Terrain, and things are not looking good for me. So I'm gonna go into Big Noinks. I know if he has Grass Knot, that is a bit of a problem, but if he just has something like Ice Beam, I can live. So we're just going to hope that I can just eat whatever hit this is, and he is just going to go for the Ice Beam. Do a solid chunk to me, a little over half, and I'm going to just click Earthquake. So basically, I need to figure out what coverage moves this Mew has. We've seen Psychic, we have seen Rock Polish, and we have seen Ghostium Z, assuming he has Shadow Ball. So I don't know if he has Aura Sphere. I don't know if he has fucking HP Fire, or HP Poison, rather. I don't know, man. I gotta see. So he goes for the Ice Beam again. I was like, there's no way Kartana lives the hit. He probably has fucking that shit anyways. And he freezes me. Now, okay, so if you guys know Brendan, you know every single time that man freezes somebody, hacks somebody gets full parrot or some shit, he does that classic Brendan laugh where he's just like, ah! Like, you can feel him laughing in your face. And I was in call with that man, and I had hacks the fuck out of him, so I can't even complain. But he did the classic fucking, ah! And just straight up just laughed his fucking ass off. And he deserved to. And that shit was pretty funny. But Akame lived a HP Fire last game, and now it got frozen. That boy needed to cool the fuck off after living that HP Fire. So he does just throw out the Shadow Ball and take care of Kartana here, which sucks because that's Kartana. That's like my favorite mod on the team, man. But Fake Muse does go down to the sand, so Powdon gets a kill, fucking, even though he doesn't really deserve it. But I'm going to go right on into Young Gallade here, because like I said, it does put in massive work versus his team, and I do have the Zen Headbutt. So he has to protect or he has to switch out. Whatever, I don't care. Like I said, I don't even got to predict. I never give no fuck in my life. So he's going to go into Jose. I'm just going to click Ice Punch. We go for that Ice Punch, and we're going to punch him right in his little frozen pecker. And we see, I get Jimmy buffeted by the Sandstorm first. This man has apparently either run Adamant Weavile or he has mis-EV'd his his Weavile. So now he's got to switch out. And this was a weird turn because I was like, does he since this thing doesn't outspeed me, he has no reason to really have it, right? So I should just fucking kill it. I didn't want to Ice Punch it and then have him just knock me off and then, you know, just waste a bunch of fucking Gallade health for no reason. But we're getting jimmied by the Sandstorm hard now. And he's in with Gliscor. I have the Ice Punch. I didn't even calc this shit. I was like, I have 165 base attack. I'm a Mega Gallade. This is ×4 effective. I'm clicking Ice Punch like a man. So I just click Ice Punch. And obviously Fat Bat's going to do Fat Bat things. He's just going to, you know, you think you have a battle against a friend, he wouldn't bring Protect Gliscor versus you. But, you know, I guess you just, some people, you know, you just don't know them. So I'm going to click Ice Punch again. Like I said, I didn't even calc this shit. I had the calc right there. I thought I killed. He lives because he's physically defensive as all hell. But luckily, since he is so physically defensive, this Earthquake, even though I'm at -1 defense, is not going to kill me. And I am going to get jimmied by the Sandstorm again. No. He can go for Protect again. He can do whatever he wants. I don't care. I'm just going to click Ice Punch. Luckily, he does not Protect, so I would take less Sand Chip. And, yeah, Gliscor goes down. So, things are looking pretty good for old, Excadrill at this point. So, I can just go right into Hippo. If he's choiced, I think he will go for Surf or Grass Knot or Hidden Power Ice or whatever he has in this turn. And it really doesn't matter because I have 8 turns of Sand and that's all I need. I think at this point he has 3 Mons left and they are all weak to Excadrill. So he is going to go for the Surf. Now if he wasn't choiced, he could have just gone for the Thunderbolt or Hyperforce or whatever on that turn and then switched it up on the next turn and killed me. But since he did go for the Surf, I'm assuming that he's going to be choiced. Now, funny enough, I have an Excadrill with 8 turns of Sand. I think 7 now or whatever, but he's going to have to switch. That boy is scared of Excadrill in the Sand, understandably so. So I'm going to go for the Earthquake. He switches into his Flying type. It's all good, but he's going to take some Sandstorm chip, and that's funny because if he is Impish, 248, 252 defense, fucking Charizard X, he's like max bolt, like fucking just very defensive. Now that he's taken 1 round of Sand, I did 96 min, so now that he's taken 1 round of Sand, he's guaranteed in range of this Earthquake. and Elaine just goes right on down. I'll get another crit because that definitely mattered. But so Charizard goes down. I've taken 1 round of Life Orb Recoil. Now he's going to go into Weavile. He can go for the Ice Shard. Like I said, he's going to do about 35, 45 maximum, somewhere in there. Not a whole lot, but he's going to go for the Ice Shard. Just hits me with some shards. And that actually, that does kind of do a solid chunk. He's Life Orb. So I go for the Earthquake. That's going to do a titload of damage. That's a Weavile. It's not the bulkiest thing. And that boy's going to go down as well. Yes, of course. And last but not least, he's going to go into the Heliolisk. And it all comes down to, did I correctly put speed on this Excadrill? And of course we did. You know your boy got his speed tiers down. And yeah, Heliolisk goes down to the Excadrill. That is W, boys. We pick up the 3-0 or 2-0. I don't actually remember. We pick up the W versus Brendan. And now, once again, I have to apologize because that's my fucking boy. Nobody wants to crit their friend. Like, if you're just some dude in a league with me and I don't know you, I'll crit you. I probably won't be too mad about it, but I do feel bad because that totally mattered. All I really wanted to do was make him pop his Rendo Berry, but that man got full-on critted and died. And, yeah. But good game to Brendan. He played well. He prepped well. That Mew was an absolute pain in the ass for me. Honestly, I didn't have any idea that Kartana was gonna live a special attack there. So I should have just sacked something else, gone to Kartana and clicked whatchamajigger, clicked Tailwind, and then just started clicking buttons and destroying his team. But unfortunately, that's not how it went down. Oh well, we'll know for next time, not to fuck around. But the 2 weeks in a row, Kartana has lived a special hit, which is crazy, right? Even though I got frozen, it's still going to put the team on its back. But anyways, definitely like and subscribe and do all that bullshit. Check out Brendan as well as all the PCL coaches, and then those links down below. And yeah, your boy's on a 5, I think now? Yeah, week 8. So yeah, 5-game winning streak. Shoutouts to me for pulling this out of my ass. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Bye forever.